I pulled the fire alarm at 4 a.m. and got my RA in serious trouble. I live in a dorm at college, and last week I woke up at 4 in the morning to the worst smell I've ever experienced. It smelled like something was burning mixed with chemicals, and it was so strong it actually woke me up from a dead sleep. My air filter that sits on my desk was beeping like crazy. The little light was flashing red, which it only does when the air quality is really bad. I was still half asleep and felt super lightheaded from whatever I was breathing in. At first I thought maybe I was dreaming, but then I sat up and realized the smell was getting worse by the second. My eyes were starting to water and I felt kind of dizzy. I grabbed my phone to check the time and saw our floor group chat was blowing up with messages. My roommate Sarah from down the hall texted, "Does anyone else smell smoke?" Then like 5 other people responded saying they woke up to the same smell. Someone on the 3rd floor said they smelled it too. Everyone was freaking out, asking why the fire alarm wasn't going off. I looked at the timestamps and people had been texting for almost 5 minutes already. I opened my door to check the hallway and the smell hit me even harder out there. It was so thick I could barely breathe. I could see a slight haze in the air under the hallway lights. My heart was pounding because at this point I was genuinely scared something was seriously wrong. I went back to check the group chat and more people were panicking. Someone wrote, "Should we evacuate?" Another person said, "Where's our RA?" The smell just kept getting stronger and stronger. I'm not exaggerating when I say it felt like my lungs were burning. I waited another minute hoping the automatic alarm would go off, but nothing happened. The building was completely silent except for a few doors opening as people checked the halls. That's when I made the decision. My room is right next to one of the fire alarm pull stations. I threw on my shoes, ran into the hallway, and pulled the alarm as hard as I could. The second I did it, the loudest sound I've ever heard started blaring through the entire building. The strobe lights started flashing and you could hear people yelling and doors slamming. Everyone started evacuating down the stairs in their pajamas. Some people looked annoyed, others looked scared. I felt terrible for waking everyone up, but I was also terrified there was actually a fire somewhere. The fire trucks showed up in like 3 minutes with their sirens going. 6 firefighters in full gear came rushing into the building while we all stood outside in the cold. They had these special devices to check for smoke and gas. After about 20 minutes, one of the firefighters came out and said there was no fire. They couldn't figure out what the smell was, but they definitely smelled it when they first entered. He came right up to me because someone told him I was the one who pulled the alarm. I thought I was about to get in huge trouble, but instead he said I did the right thing. He told me it's always better to pull the alarm and be safe than to wait and risk people getting hurt. They had to do interviews with me and a bunch of other students to file their report. The firefighters confirmed my story matched with everyone else's and they cleared me of any wrongdoing. But then my RA Katie showed up. She came storming over in sweatpants and a hoodie, looking absolutely furious. She pulled me aside and started going off about how I woke her up and caused this huge scene. I tried to explain about the smell in the group chat, but she cut me off. That's when I found out why she was really mad. Katie was supposed to be on duty that night. RAs take turns staying awake in case of emergencies like this. But she had skipped her shift to sleep and didn't get anyone to cover for her. When the alarm went off, the university staff realized she wasn't at her post like she was supposed to be. Now she was in serious trouble with housing administration. She blamed me for getting her in trouble. She kept saying I overreacted and that I should have called her first before pulling the alarm. But here's the thing, I didn't have her number, and even if I did, the smell was so bad I wasn't going to waste time making phone calls. The university and the fire department both said I acted correctly and I'm not in any trouble. But Katie has been giving me dirty looks ever since. She told some of our mutual friends that I got her in trouble for nothing and disturbed everyone's sleep over a false alarm. Now some people on my floor think I'm dramatic and overreacted, but the firefighters literally said they smelled it too and that I made the right call.